What is happening? Hope everyone is doing well. We have a Starbucks Grande Blonde Latte. So I want to chat about automate, delegate, remove. Today, I want to chat about mindset. Today, I want to chat about becoming a lifelong learner. Today, we are talking about sales processes. So we're going to entitle these live sessions Coffee with Cody. What is happening? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you are staying active out there. It's a cleanse day here today for me, so I'm drinking lots of cleanse juice, trying to get back in shape, trying to get healthy. It's been a while since I've done one of these Coffee with Cody's, or at least it feels like it. I missed Monday, I missed Tuesday. I apologize. And today, I just want to chat about why I even do this. If this is your first time tuning into Coffee with Cody, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your attention. These Coffee with Cody's are really to help the entrepreneurial community with marketing, branding, sales, personal development. And I'm fired up because I just got off of a call with Brendan Burchard's team. So I invested into some coaching with him, and I've just gained a lot of clarity, really just even today, but over the last 90 plus days about who I want to be, what I want to become. And I want to tell a quick story about how the entrepreneurial community really saved me. So I spent 10 years in the telecom industry, for those that have listened to the podcast prior to know that. And I always just had a passion to contribute. So prior to the Best Buy days, I really had even as a kid, had a passion and just a deep sense of meaning to really give back to people. And that's actually what drove me to go into pastoral ministry, or at least start the journey towards becoming a pastor. And when I decided that that was no longer the direction I wanted to take, and I no longer wanted to do that, it left me with like what do I do with my life? And I was managing teams, I was doing a corporate thing, but I had this larger sense of purpose that was, I really never had the opportunity to experience like in the corporate setting. And when I discovered entrepreneurship, a couple of years back, the community embraced me in such a way that just gives me massive passion to give back to the community. It's like when I say the entrepreneurial community saved me, it reinvigorated and it lit a fire inside of me. Like if you're listening to this podcast, you're not from Peterborough, Ontario, we have some of the best entrepreneurs in the world in Peterborough, Ontario. I got connected very early on in my entrepreneur community with a gentleman by the name of Bob Govero, who was actually on the board for the Tony Robbins Association. That I was like, man, these entrepreneurs locally, they're connected with some of the like some really big names, and they were doing crazy things, and the entrepreneurial community helped me understand that opportunities are endless and that you have the ability to do anything you put your mind to. And that was really the first time I had heard this conversation happen. And I was in a and when I say the entrepreneur community saved me, I really mean that. Like, I really believe it lit a fire under my ass to really do more, to contribute more. And that's really the whole premise behind this Coffee with Cody's, is to give back to the entrepreneurial community, whether it be around marketing, branding, the things that I've learned. And again, believe me, I'm still on a lifelong journey towards learning, and just to get this information out to people that, hey, if you do these things and you follow these systems, you follow these processes, that you can really make a change in your business and you can really create the life you want for yourself. And that's really the premise behind Coffee with Cody. So I really appreciate you tuning in today. It's just been a day of reflection, and that's something I really encourage you. If you're listening to this, take some time to reflect, because this has been a day of reflection. Because to be honest with you, I spent the last couple of days really fixing some systems and processes in the business. And the second portion of this topic today I want to chat about is like what you do when your team messes up, or what you do when you personally mess up. And I owe a lot to my corporate career to understand that when your team messes up, or you mess up as an entrepreneur, and you realize that you have fell short, or a system or a process and your delivery didn't get taken care of. And I wrote a post about this in the studio, PTPO Marketing Hacks, and I just want to read it out, and then I want to really dive deep into it. So I posted the other day, when you or your team mess up, own it. Don't make excuses or try to brush it under the rug. Rather, use it as a lesson to implement more safeguards and accountability in your processing with your team. This last couple of weeks, we've had some wins and we've had a couple of losses that really bothered me. I know we are capable of more, and I believe in our team. Ultimately, we as entrepreneurs and leaders have to take responsibility for every loss. We win as a team when we lose as a team. Celebrate the wins and learn from the losses, but apologize for them and ensure they don't happen again. Use these failures as an opportunity to coach and be the leader you deep down want to be. And I think that, and like further on, I say, hold yourself and your team accountable when you lose. Just like I say, no amount of marketing can fix a broken sales process. The same goes for no amount of marketing can fix a broken delivery or process or system. It's the 5 key core functions of the business we're always wrestling with: the lead generation, the nurture, the conversion, the delivery, the retention, resell, upsell. It's a juggling act at points, but don't take your eye off of any element of those functions. The reason I said this is because we've experienced tremendous growth over the last 90 plus days. The team is growing, everything's going good. And it's often in the times of things going good that when something bad happens or something that is, should have been in your control, it's how you choose to act. And I could have chose to act one of two ways. I could have said, oh, this isn't our fault. Or I could have taken responsibility. I took responsibility for the mistake. And this is the thing, and this is the biggest thing, is like when something happens in your organization, use it as a opportunity. And this is something I've learned from other entrepreneurs. Use it as an opportunity to coach and then fix the process. If it's a broken system that isn't working, implement the change in the process in order to make sure it doesn't happen again. But use it as an opportunity to coach your team, coach just the process throughout the process. And what I quickly realized is there was broken areas in the process, and I could have chosen to deal with it one of two ways. I could have chose to get mad about the process. It's not even mad. I'm just I'm disappointed in myself. And at the end of the day, it's like, if you look at leadership, true leadership is servanthood. It's serving your team and getting them to where they need to be and where they want to go, and looking at their vision and looking at where they want to be. And that's honestly the biggest learning experience I've had really over the last year as we grow and as we when somebody fails on your team, it's like you have to take responsibility for that and ensure they have the coaching and they ensure they have the systems and the processes in place to make sure that doesn't happen again in the future. And this has been a learning experience for me, because you can have a bunch of wins, but if you can't deliver, and you can attract all these leads and you can nurture them and you can do this, but if you can't deliver, then it is kind of counterproductive towards getting people to the point of conversion. And we've really kind of taken a step back really over the last I would say week or so, and said, okay, we really need to focus on our delivery. And we don't get me wrong, we're doing a lot of good for delivery, but what I'm trying to get at is act in such a way that that person and that you failed, it knows that you're not going to fail again, and that you put measures in place in order to make sure that you get them to where they want to go, because ultimately everything at the end of the day is a partnership. And really, that's what I just wanted to hop on here today and just say thank you for the entrepreneurial community. I just wanted to give a little piece of advice from learning about this idea where it's like you as a team, true leadership is you celebrate the wins and you learn from the losses. And, you don't have to be mean to your team in order to get them to realize that we have to change things. And, ultimately you win as a team, you lose as a team. You take your wins, but you don't brush the losses under the table. You do that. You push forward. You do things that will help you get to where you want to go in the future. And that's really all I wanted to hop on here and say today. Apologize over the last 2 days. I haven't been going live at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. But if you're an entrepreneur, I just want to say thank you, because this community of entrepreneurs that are passionate, that are risk takers, that are excited about life, that are really pushing themselves to become better versions of themselves, create better businesses, employ more people. It's the entrepreneurial community that saved me, that gave me the reality that opportunities are endless. So if you're an entrepreneur listening to this podcast, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for exhibiting what true leadership looks like. And you're the backbone of this community. Every community is entrepreneurs, that small business owners, medium-sized business owners. I'm really grateful for this community. And that's really what I want to end Coffee with Cody with, is just a thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for conversating with me in the DMs that about how this has helped, or we've taken information from different people. Like we had Bradley on our Studio PTPO podcast, and he just instilled so much information and so much good quality content. And that's really my plan as we continue to do Coffee with Cody, as we continue to do the Studio PTPO podcast, is to give back to the entrepreneurial community, because the entrepreneurial community truly saved me. So I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for tuning in once again. I know this isn't a regular time, but I do appreciate your attention, and I hope to see you soon.